Hey there, everybody. Greg DiGrando from the El Paso County Public Information Office. We are back again with our weekly update on the construction project going on Manitou and Colorado Avenue, the stretch from 31st Street down to the Highway 24 interchange. It's the Westside Avenue Action Plan is the title of it. It's a mouthful. It's also a very big, challenging project. Dennis Barron, project manager for the El Paso County, leading up, very involved. Lots of people involved in this project, and this is the second installment of this. We're giving you guys weekly updates. For this one, we're going to be looking at this week, what's been going on. So, Dennis, what have you guys been up to this week?
Okay, this week we've been continuing to work on the water line connections and tie-ins for the businesses. Most of the work with respect to the water line has been west of Crystal Hills Boulevard. We're moving west, tying in the businesses as we go along. Our major challenge is to tie in the new 10-inch water line to the existing main in Manitou. We had hoped to do that this morning, but we ran into some complications with respect to getting the water main completely shut down. To make the tie-ins, we need that to happen because we have to cut the main to tie into the existing main. So we're going to have to reschedule that work. We won't be able to do it this week. The good news is we won't be working Saturday this week.
Right.
But we will. We have restored the line. We did have to shut down some other businesses this morning temporarily in order to allow us to work on that line. We just had to shut it down at a valve a little further east of where we were working, and then hope
show us on the map if you can. Where did you guys run into the issue?
We had originally planned to shut down this portion from the edge of the project where it ties into the new water main up to about the LaFon Motel. I think we're all connected up to the LaFon. So we were looking to complete the new tie-in back here so that we could connect the rest of these businesses on the south side through there. But we had to shut down the main. We weren't able to get it completely shut down. Sometimes the valves stick, sometimes they don't seal properly, and that prevented us from doing the tie-in. But to restore water, we had to go back to Becker's Lane, shut down a bigger portion of the line, so that temporarily this morning we had to shut water service to all the businesses west of Becker's. And while we repaired the work that we had started to do on the 10-inch line, and then we got that turned on, I think it was about an hour and a half that people were out of service unexpectedly. But these are the complications you run into in dealing with an old water line system.
That's what I was going to talk about. This is such a challenging project for a number of reasons, but you guys sort of knew that this was going to be a little bit of what you were running into, some unexpected hurdles once you dig down there, and this looks like an example of just that.
Yes, we continue to find things underground that we don't anticipate. Challenges, as you say, try and react as quickly as we can, but sometimes we do have to interrupt service in order to make it happen safely. And we apologize for that, but in the end, you'll have a new system that will work much better.
Closure-wise, let's talk about that. Where were the main closures look like coming in? You still have kind of the flagger right here near the Comfort Inn.
Yeah, the other work we were working on, in addition to the water line coming down, we had previously, in the previous weeks leading up to this, we had installed the storm sewer system in the roadway. We now need to take that storm system down to the creek. So we've started working on from the connection of the storm line that we put in, working towards the creek. So we are in the north side of the road at this point. So traffic is actually shifting around this construction right now. As you get down to the water line, we're working on the other side of the road, so it's shifted to the other side of the road. We hope to be out of the roadway here in the next couple days, and then work will continue off the roadway here, and we'll get that area patched up so it's drivable. Might be plated for a while, but that's the plan.
How are you guys making the decision on which way the traffic is? Sounds like wherever the construction's, if it's on one side of the road, you just shift everybody, and I assume that's to give you some space to get people away from the workers.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't. Everything's so interconnected on both sides of the roadway, all the businesses, that sometimes you need to work on both sides of the road in different areas. It's a long project. We need to work where we can as quickly as possible. So at some point the traffic may shift around the construction depending on where we're at. Sometimes it'll be shifted to the north, sometimes to the south. So over the next 2 weeks we'll be making some changes in there, and we'll try and get that a more standard shift of traffic then.
Yeah, advice to drivers and the business owners, just keep an eye out, because one day it might be on the right side, the next day you might be on the left side.
Yeah, you just have to follow the flaggers. The construction zones keep moving. We do what we can and then try and close it up so that people can drive over it. But it's challenging, and we got multiple areas under construction at the same time.
But we can't say it enough. Pain right now, but once this thing gets done, this is really going to be a big benefit to the residents as well as the businesses. We just got to get through this tough time right now.
Yes, we do.
All right. Looking ahead to this weekend, good news. Sounds like you have been working on a lot of Saturdays. Not the case this weekend.
Yes, we were planning on working Saturdays, but with the complications we had on the connection, the work we were going to do this Saturday won't be able to get done. We have to move that work into next week. So it's also good for our crews. They've been working long hours, and they can use a Saturday off. So we'll take advantage of that opportunity.
Absolutely. I'm sure the businesses will be happy to have the Saturday off as well. All right. Thanks, Dennis. Now, coming up in our next segment, this segment that we're just watching right now, Friday, the next segment will air over the weekend. And again, Monday morning, that is the big one. That's looking ahead to what they're going to be doing next week.